All right, here it is. It is April the 3rd, I believe it is today. Did something last night. I went ahead and started a few seeds for my early plant. I couldn't help myself. I had the soil cables in the ground. The weather was looking favorable. Got a few days cold coming up. But I went ahead and started. I've already chose one of my 3 to 4. I'm probably going to do 3, but I might fit a fourth, 150 square foot. I haven't decided yet. But I got some unfinished business with this seed right here. I've actually got 2 of them started. There's actually still one in here. The 1989.5 Delitus. I grew my 1508 on this a couple years ago. I feel like the seed had a whole lot more in it. I feel like it really did. When I took it to the fair, got 1508 on it, went 10% heavy. It was only 70 days. And I feel like I easily left 500 in the patch. There's no doubt about it to me. Just got to keep it healthy, keep it growing. I also started, Chris Brown sent me 3 of these right here. So I'm going to do a tomato this year. See if I can get a state record in that. So I'm starting 3 of these. So we'll see if all 3 of them pop. Be wonderful. I might start a few others that I have, but I'm looking forward to growing this seed right here, the 9.06 Brown. Other plants, I do not know. I think I'm really leaning towards this 1707. I'm probably going to be one of those right there. I only got one, so I'm going to roll with that. And then I really want to grow the 2144 Baron. I believe that's the seed right here is going to see a lot of ground this year. And I think there's a lot of potential in the seed right here. The 2183, I love that seed. And then, of course, the 1885 speaks for itself. The rest of them, man, there's a lot of good seeds here. 1686, that really got 2 or 3 of these here. That really needs to see some dirt. The 2356 Mindy had a really good looking last year. Lost it in the storm. 2493, of course, that's a big one right now. These 2266s, Kaisermore. Man, these seeds right here, look at this pumpkin, it was amazing. So I bought a couple of those seeds this winter, and I'm probably not going to grow them. I'm probably going to wait, but I bet you they'll see dirt one day. Who knows? Maybe this year. And then, yeah, so I'm probably leaning towards, well, of course, I already got the 1989. I'm leaning towards that 1707, and then the 2144, a couple, 2, 3 of these. So Don sent me a couple, and I got a couple in an auction as well. So there you go. That's probably the 3 I'm going to grow. And then the 4th, you know, 2493 really needs to get something going. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Got a good lineup there, but probably these 2 right here and that 1989, like I said, unfinished business right there. And we're going to roll with that. Take a look what I got in here. I have them started. I'll put these back in the freezer here in a minute. So we want to get them off here real quick. Get them out of the way so it don't, nothing bad happen to them. For sure. Put some in my little tin here. Bunch of other seeds I got. So here we go. Got this set up right now. It's about 82 degrees. And I have both of the 1989s. So not 1989. The latest plants anyways. Yeah, 1989.5s here and here. They're not even 24 hours in the ground. And then they got tomato, tomato, tomato. I decided to go with these clear pots. I got them on Amazon. I'm just like, they're 1 gallon pots. And you're going to be able to see the root formation. So I'm just excited about that. I think that'll be interesting watching them grow. And, of course, I'm growing mine. And heat mat's not even on it now, just that crock pot. And fill it with water. Take some of the water. Gets a lot of condensation in here, but it keeps it a really humid environment. As soon as they pop, I take them out. And then I'll put them under this light here. And then start rocking and rolling with that. So on top of that here, we've got the hoop houses. All but one I ran out of plastic to the last one, but I'll take this outside here in a minute. I'm going to put it on the spot where my 1989 is going to go, and we'll go from there. See you in a minute. All right, here we are out in the patch, the main patch here. Got this greenhouse all put in. Heating cables are in the ground. Now, what I've done here is I've also added a whole thing of peat moss. And the ground is definitely warming up. It's definitely drying. Those heat cables are working. They don't seem to be getting as hot on this first year I've ever used them, but I think they're not getting near as hot as I thought they were, but I think they are working. Now the greenhouse here, what I've done is you see my little PVC pipes are all about 6 inches too long. I did that on purpose. I always have a problem with the wind coming from this direction. And if you leave this down during the day, if you don't put a bunch of cinder blocks around it, it'll eventually kind of work its way over. I've actually had one bulldoze over a plant just by walking its way in 20 or 30 mile per hour wind. So those go down like stakes in the ground. There you go, especially in that fresh dirt. Gotta press them down a little bit. There you go. and that ain't going anywhere. So good there. Guys, this is gonna be the spot in 1989, which is actually, this was the exact same spot in 1989, around 1508, right about in there a couple of years ago. So looking forward to it. And then don't know what's gonna take this spot just yet, but no heating cables. This is gonna be the last one I plant. It'll probably go out 2 to 3 weeks later than this one right here. So hopefully not a whole lot of need for the heating cables, but things are starting to green up around the farm here. As you can see, pond, there's several wood ducks out there. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're out there in a pond right now. And I usually have some turkeys, but not at this moment. Things are starting to green up, and big old tree there. So yeah, there's a little update there, and things are going good. I got one more thing to show you. Here's some dirt. Give me 1 second. Digging holes. This right here was the same ground this right here was at one point. Look at the difference of the dirt. Every bit of that dirt came up looking just like that. I don't think there's any topsoil in it, very, very little. And now we have this. What a difference that makes between that and that. When I first started growing this garden, that's what I grew in right there. No different. Basically just some clay. A little bit of topsoil mixed in. Years of work, we now have this. So, and this is one of those things you can actually see the difference. So, pretty amazing there. Cloudy, cloudy day. All right, guys, we're back. Moved patches. This is the new patch for this year. This is what I'm calling the high maintenance patch. Done a lot of work to it. I got the soil cables in, and show you around a little bit. Got a new 330-gallon tote. Brand new, food grade. If you're looking for one of these, you knew it's food grade, I'm sure it didn't have glyphosate or something in it. I had a horror story about a guy I knew that used that for watering his garden. He didn't do pumpkins, but he got a container and couldn't figure out how he was killing all his pumpkins. And sure enough, the container used to have glyphosate in it. So even rinsing it out a dozen times, he still had residual, and it just kept killing everything. So this thing had peanut oil in it, so it shouldn't be bad. And he cleaned it out, and I used a little tank cleaner on it, so it should be okay. But it's a big tank. What I'm gonna do is cut the corners out here and here. I'm gonna put a trolling motor in here. I saw that on Mike's channel. So I'm gonna use a trolling motor, hook a battery up, and get it all mixed. And then of course this patch, I have all the fence up. Poles anyways, not the fence just yet. And I'm gonna put a wind fence around it, new windbreak. And then I'm going to put an entire drip irrigation system and run my header right down through here on this side. And then have my lines running this way across, and then run my pumpkin right here, and then run it that way, and hopefully have a 2,000 pounder sitting out there, and small miss small. So we'll see what happens there, guys. This one's exciting. So and also on top of the drip irrigation, I'm gonna put an entire, my plan is I'm gonna go for it. So I was gonna do it last year, didn't do it, but I'm gonna cover the entire thing in weed fabric, and then I'm gonna be cutting holes for every single root. But a lot of work in the beginning, but I think it'll save me in the end. Whole new deal there. So we'll see what happens with that. But this is gonna be the high maintenance patch, because it's gonna be a lot of maintenance. A lot of new stuff for me. So getting the drip irrigation worked out, haven't done that before. The weed fabric, full weed fabric like this, haven't done that before. So I'm sure it's gonna be a learning curve, and there's probably gonna be things I've done wrong, but we'll see what happens. So this is gonna be a good patch though. Just gonna see what happens with all of it. And hey, looking pretty good. All right. And of course, got the electricity. I already showed you guys in the previous video. So this is all brand new. All brand new. It's right now my mom's house, and she was right next to me. So on my farm there, she went to the house a couple years ago. So, all right, guys, I appreciate it. You'll keep them growing, and looking to see all the videos out there. Really enjoying it. So see you guys soon. Keep them growing. Some grower out.